In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the #1 chess opening line that you should have memorized if you are a modern Scandinavian defense player. But before going into that, I do want to mention I'm giving out a 30% off discount code for all of my online courses through the month of September. All you got to do, go down to the description below, plug in the discount code CHESS25, and if you do so, you will receive 30% off on any of my online courses on Gumroad, no matter how many you decide to purchase. I hope you guys enjoy them. Thanks to all of you who have purchased courses. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed to this channel. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you get something out of it. So the Modern Scandinavian Defense, I'm very passionate about it. It performs extremely well in online chess. And there's so many fun possibilities against the move e4. We're playing d5, white often takes. And the regular Scandi is us taking on d5 with the queen. And against knight c3, there's a lot of options. We can go with queen d6. We can go with queen e5, queen a5, queen d8. As time has went on, there have been moves that have kind of left the realm of popularity. For example, this move of queen to d8 for a long time, in my memory at least, wasn't very popular, but it's recently been trending more often. What I would say, though, is that in this position here, it is better for us if these knights just somehow fell off the board. If those knights could somehow just fly off the board and go do their own thing, that's good for us, because then they can't kick our queen out of the center, not with the knight. And as we're going to see, pushing us around with the pawn is a terrible idea there. So what I play here, instead of taking with the queen, is playing knight to f6. And if you know how to play this properly, right? And again, in my course, we cover so many moves here from white in depth, and really look to give you a lot of options. But players think that this is a boring opening, and it's really not. It's really not, against a lot of different stuff. Now, the most challenging line, in my opinion, to go against is this move of d4. But I'm going to be showing you the #1 line that you should memorize based on popularity. Okay, all of the moves I'm about to show you in this core memorization line, every single move from white is the most common and the most popular in online chess. We shouldn't start out with the Stockfish stuff. Right, of course, we want to see what Stockfish thinks on our end, but we should actually look online, look on Lead Chess, all ratings, all time controls, all time, or hey, your specific rating, your specific time control. That's great. But yeah, you want to start out by saying what people are actually playing. The most common move by far for white is knight c3. And in my opinion, this is just a bad move. This is just bad. Okay, white's not losing here. White, according to the engine, has a slight advantage. Okay, they got to go with something, for example, like bishop to c4 here. But the most common move is white taking the knight, and then we capture back. Notice what we did there. We capture back. Our queen is in the center now, and there are no knights here or here. If we're following the train of thought of looking at the most common moves from white, we have knight f3, bishop e2, allowing us to take the center with great control. And here I recommend bishop to f5, not bishop g4, because that's not a pin. We're just looking at a knight that's defended by a bishop, but bishop f5 followed by castling queenside. Castling queenside. And this is a great position for us. Against bishop e3, we have f6. And this feels almost like an English attack, 150 attack, but from the black side. We're castled queenside, and we can hurl these pawns down the board like crazy with a really fun game. And we have astounding control of the d4 square. We have an attack on the king side here, and white doesn't even control the center. And if we see the move of c4, the most common move in online chess, we have queen e6, and if a3 here, we're going to take on d3. We're going to take on d3 and play e4. You can have up until this point memorized. Okay, e4, d5. You're going to play knight f6, and if knight c3, we'll gladly trade those knights off. We will quickly develop, take control of the center, castle queenside quickly, strengthen our center with f6, and also prep this g5 push. And if c4, okay, we move our queen. If a3, okay, we take on d3, and we have this tactical idea. Let's go back to the following position of queen takes d5. So we'll go back to knight f3. Right, but I just want to cover this move c4. Does c4 make it so that our queen has to run away to some square like d6 or d8 or a5? The answer is no. We can, in this case, actually go to e4, which is not possible, obviously, when it's the knight kicking our queen around, because the knight covers e4. But now white is in major trouble. They really are. I mean, if knight e2 White's position is extremely awkward. If bishop e2, thanks for the pawn, and if queen e2, which is the engine move, I'm showing you the best move I can play here. Queen g6 is what I recommend. Okay, you could take the queen as well and have a good position there, but it really comes down to the fact that d4 is weak. There's no e-pawn, and c4 has already been committed, so that d4 square is a hole. It's an outpost, and if white tries to fill that, we're going to attack it. You play d5, knight d4. We're attacking the queen. Oh, you move your queen. Cool. Knight c2, forking the king and the rook in the corner. Let's say we see bishop e3. We play e5, putting more pressure on white's center. Okay, more pressure. If d5, knight b4 is a good option. If you take, the engine really likes bishop b4 with check, actually, in that kind of spot. And by the way, if you block with the bishop, oh wait, you've lost track of d4. Okay, we throw our knight in there. I mean, this is just crushing. Just crushing. There's so many ways that white can fall into trouble here. And with knight f3, we can pin the knight. Pin the knight. And if bishop e3, here we go again, putting more pressure on d4. So, guys, this line here, I mean, this is something that white falls into all the time. There are certain chess openings out there, for example, the King's Indian Defense. When you're looking at the most common responses from white, all time controls, all ratings, all time, white plays very well for like around the first 20 moves. But against the modern Scandi, on move 3, we see a mistake, giving nearly white's entire advantage away. White should want to push to c4 at some point. By playing knight c3, you just can't do that anymore. Right, and again, we're looking to take back with the queen. If c4, queen e4 is crushing. And if we do see knight to f3, we're going to play knight to c6. Now, white should play d4 here. We don't see that the most often. Again, we usually see bishop e2, white playing just really slow and cautiously. But if you do see d4, hey, this is the target. Let's pin the knight. Let's pin that defender. Let's castle queenside. If c3, e5, break open the center. That's great. If they take queen e4 again, where's this queen going to go? Where's it going to go? Right, can't go to c2. If you go to b3, we can take on e5. If bishop d2, we can take on e5. And let's just say you take. We capture again. We have great pressure against this bishop. Great development. We have 4 pieces developed versus 2. And it's not just development. It's active development. There are only 2 open files on the board. We already control both. Let's say you play f3, trying to get rid of our bishop. Okay, fine. We play bishop f5. And if you try to castle, we have a check. And then we drop the bishop on e3. And guys, this bishop's pinned. And it's double attacked. Incredible stuff. As you can tell, I'm a fan of the modern defense. Modern Scandinavian defense, that is. Modern defense too, but yeah, modern Scandi. Bishop e2, if we see that, e5. Bishop f5 activating. Guys, I get this kind of stuff all the time in my games. I get the move of knight c3 all the time against 2,200 plus players online. I take back with the queen there. I mean, if they're not gonna take on d5, right? They could, once we take, if they play bishop c4 or whatever, hey, white there is slightly better, arguably. Really, it's just a dead even game, okay? But if white takes, which I see this all the time, knight c6, take control of the center, bishop f5. Again, we're not going to go after that knight because it's not defending anything important. They don't even have a central pawn in the center, and it's not a pin. But okay, we play bishop f5, we castle, we go with that move of f6, and we really look to launch an attack here. And as you saw in that line there, right, we took great control of the center. Playing c4, you know, this is an attempt, but it is a desperate one. By doing that, you have weakened d4. We play queen to e6. As you know, we're looking to launch these pawns down like crazy. White's just not prepared for it. And if we do see a3, if we do see white going, okay, I'm gonna try to make something happen here. Sure, we could play h5 and g5, and we're still about -1, but even better is bishop takes d3. Our advantage in development here gives us a winning position. Attacking the knight, attacking the bishop. If knight e1, we can take on d3, and you can't even take back. You can't even take our passed pawn because the queen takes c4, and now the knight is on d3, and the knight is pinned. Okay, so that's the line that I recommend you memorize if you are thinking about playing the Scandi. And then the modern Scandinavian, the modern variation, memorize the following line. You will see this all the time, this type of line. Are you ever going to get to the very end of it? Who knows? But you will see quite a bit of this, a lot, according to the stats. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. Again, the 30% discount code for all courses, including the Modern Scandi, is chess25. Good through the month of September. Make sure to get that before October hits, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace. I wanted to finish this video out by giving a big thanks to Walter, Steve, Rob, that's a lot of Robs, Ray, Roger, and the rest of my Patreon community. I appreciate you guys a ton. If you guys haven't checked out the Patreon before, there are some exclusive benefits that you gain by becoming a member, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Peace.